I gotta be honest, it's not wowing me. So you all basically watched right before your very eyes me fall absolutely in love with Pat McGrath Labs because I tried my first ever Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palette in front of you guys on my YouTube channel, and that was the Midnight Sun palette. So I feel like it was only natural that when she had 35% off her entire website recently, then I picked up another eyeshadow palette, and I chose this time the Divine Rose 1 eyeshadow palette. So we're going to be putting this eyeshadow palette to the test today. Does her eyeshadow quality translate across all of her palettes, or at least a couple of her palettes, or is it just a fluke that the Midnight Sun is so good? Let's put it to the test. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you. If it does, make sure you keep on watching. You can also subscribe, hit that notification bell if you'd like to. If not, all good. And let's put some makeup on. True to the Pat McGrath Luxe experience, you do get this absolutely beautiful box that the eyeshadow comes in, and it is absolutely, or the eyeshadow palette comes in. However, I will say that my box is kind of falling apart, but I can't remember if that's from me or from shipping, but I think it was from shipping, to be completely honest with you. However, it is still absolutely beautiful. This is what the palette looks like on the inside, and isn't she absolutely beautiful? Like normal, I am going to turn down my lights so that you guys can really see what the colors look like, kind of as true to life as I can get them. Also, just quickly before we get started on the eye look, I am going to insert some swatches of the palette right here for you, just so that you can see what they look like. But again, swatches kind of just give you an idea of what the color turns out like out of the pan. It doesn't actually give you an indication of performance. So I'm definitely going to do some swatches for you. I'll insert them right now, and then we will get started straight into the eye look. So I've zoomed you guys in nice and close like we normally do, and I have already primed my eyes with the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eye Primer, so we are ready to go with the eye look. Now, as always, I'm taking my Delium Tools, what is this called? I still can't remember the name of it, 785 Tapered Blending Brush. Now, I'm gonna take the lightest matte shade in this palette first, which is this one right here, and it is called, let me find out, Loreal. And I'm just gonna basically run this through the crease like I do with every kind of eyeshadow look that you guys have seen me do. So there you go. And I always forget how absolutely pigmented and beautiful these are, so I need to be mindful of that. Let me know if this is close enough for you guys too. I look over here because I just need to check that I'm still in focus, so sorry, I know that's really annoying when people do that. But yeah, let me know if you think that this is close enough, or if it's too close. I know you're up close. But yeah, let me know if you like that better than like further away. I'm not like an MUA or anything, so I don't know if you're actually learning anything from my techniques, but you can at least see what I'm doing and what the colors look like. And usually my lights are a bit darker in this section, just so that you guys can see what it looks like as close to real life as possible. Okay, so I've just done the other eye. Let's go ahead and take this shade right here, which is called Extreme Mahogany. Just on an e.l.f. Cosmetics tapered eye pencil brush, something like that. And I'm just going to deepen up the crease a little bit, more so concentrated on the outer corner than the inner corner, basically. If that kind of makes sense. Interestingly enough, this shade is almost, like, I would almost say, it's like not, I was expecting it to be a lot deeper than the purple shade, but it's really not. So both eyes match, and what I'm actually gonna do is cut my crease, which I never do, and you definitely don't have to do this. However, just because these shades are so dark, I'm going to put some lighter concealer down, but I'm not gonna do like a harsh cut crease in terms of like up here. I'm just actually gonna cut a little bit lower just to lay some concealer down. So now naturally I am going to take this beautiful duochrome shade right here, because how can I actually not, for the first time trying this palette, and it is called Via Rose Venus. So we're going to take that beautiful shade. I'm going to put it on my finger first, just because I feel like it's just going to work probably. No, it's definitely not working better. Let's take some on a brush. So let's actually take some on a brush. Okay. Not as impressed with that as I thought I would be. Now I'm going to take some on a brush and take some setting spray. And let's see, there we go. That's better. You shouldn't really have to do this, to be honest though. Maybe it's because I cut the crease. I gotta be honest, it's not wowing me, but I feel like it's not wowing me because of the mattes. I'm not blown away, I've got to be honest. I think I just thought that this shade was gonna be a lot brighter considering what it looks like in the pan. Like, see it in the pan? And then, yeah, on the eye, I mean, it's still very good quality, and I can see the duochrome, like, it's very pretty. I think it's the mattes that are throwing me off, actually. I think just the shades of the mattes in this palette needed to be, like, I just think these two shades right here, they're too close together in tone. Is what I feel for me and what I kind of like, and like I just feel like there's just no real difference between like the colors. And again, that could definitely be my skill set. I'm not a pro MUA, but it's not that I hate this. It doesn't look that bad, and we're gonna make it work. But it's not like the usual like I'm blown away that I'm used to for old Pat, you know. So what I'm going to do is on the other eye, I should cut my crease because I did it on this side, but I'm not going to because I can't be bothered now and it didn't make that much difference. So let's just go ahead and see how it goes. See, I should have just actually not cut the crease. I feel like it looks better. So there you go. I'm a lot happier with this now that I've spread that like duochrome shade all over the lid instead of trying to kind of like finish it 3/4 in and then like make the outer V deeper. We've just gone the whole way. We've just committed the whole thing, and I'm happy with, like, a lot happier with that. I think this actual shade is very beautiful and very wearable in the everyday. I think I was just expecting it to be a lot brighter, that's all, but it is very pretty. I do actually, it's growing on me a lot. I'm not just saying that, I swear, I'm not. It's growing on me, I swear. Now, obviously, I'm going to take this beautiful glittery shade right here because how can I absolutely not? Let's see what it's called. It's called Astral Solstice. Is that the same as this one? Let's have a look-see. Is that the same as the Midnight palette, Astral Solstice? It is. Are you fucking kidding me?
I've connected the two dots.
You didn't connect shit, but
I've connected them.
Same shade. I did not realize they had two crossover shades in here. That mother effer. I don't like that. I don't like that she's got two crossover shades in here, like in multiple palettes. I knew this was called Astral Solstice. You sneaky little mom. Like, I don't like that because these palettes are so expensive and I know that people collect these. So you should have unique shades in every single one. Like, you could have changed that to be slightly different, like have like more of a pink shift or something, you know, I don't know. And it doesn't have to be like a duplicate shade, because now I've got two palettes with two of the same shades. And if I had paid full price for this palette, that's like $20 just for that one shade. So I could have had you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess it's my fault. I should have looked at it. I'm just annoyed that she has duplicate shades. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's annoying. This could have been something different. But anyway, I already know I really like this shade and I already know I like it wet. So let's go ahead. Oh, wow. That's what she said. Let's pat this glitter on the eye. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of these eyes because they look fine, but they don't really wow me. So I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to do to create the wow. So probably maybe add a wing or something. So just stand by for 2 seconds. Okay, so I've done all of my face makeup, as you can tell. I put a lot of highlighter on today because I'm just, you know, when my skin doesn't have like crazy amounts of breakouts, I just like bathe in highlighter because I just really take advantage of the fact that it's like you know, not breakout city, and I can just accentuate every pore if I want to, you know what I mean? Anyway, face makeup is done. All of the products that I used will be linked down below if you're interested as well. So you can kind of tell that most of this Astral shade that I put on has either really melded into the eyeshadow or just like it's completely disappeared. So I'm actually going to pick up this shade right here, which is called Iridescent Pink 003, and I'm going to pick it up on a small brush, and I'm actually going to try and pat some of that on the lid as well and see kind of just what happens, to be completely honest with you. YOLO at this point, I say. I am going to wet it though, just because any other pat shade that I have ever used has always worked better wet. Oh, that's actually quite pretty on top there. You can see a slight little shift. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on camera though, because it is quite subtle. And then I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight as well. Oh, which is stunning as an inner corner highlight. I like that as an inner corner highlight. Actually, I feel like this all over the lid would just look absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to finish the lower lash line, and I'm just going to take some of this purple shade right here and just smudge it very slightly on the lower lash line. Just like this. And then I'll take a teensy bit of this mahogany color and smudge that as well underneath my lower lash line. Okie dokie, this is the finished makeup look, and I think I really managed to turn it around, because in the middle there I was really like, I'm super not loving this. I will link down below all of the products that I've used on my face today, including how I got this kind of lip color right here, because it's a mix of quite a few different products. I know that's annoying, I'm sorry. Okay, so my feelings on this eyeshadow palette is I'm really happy that I got 35% off on it, to be completely honest with you. Not because of the quality though. So not because of the quality. I think this is actually going to be purely down to personal preference, if I'm being completely honest with you. And the reason is I think this palette is just a little bit too same, a little bit too muted. Like each one of these shades are just a little bit too close to each other for me. And I think when I purchased it, I thought maybe they were going to go really perfectly together. These two masks just kind of blend into each other and make this like dirty kind of greigey color. And I haven't obviously tried any of these other shades, and I think that they will be very beautiful. However, I do think I'm going to need to reach for another palette to be able to complete a look or create kind of a more not so muddy look, I almost want to say, than using these mattes alone. I just think there needed to be some more diverse mattes in here to really be able to utilize this as like a one look eyeshadow palette. Like I think maybe if this was like a way darker brown or like verging on a black, this probably would have been better again, because you could have just like really used it to kind of intensify and deepen this purple shade, whereas like these two kind of just make the same shade, or like this muddy grey shade together. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, but hopefully that makes sense. Okay, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really truly appreciate you. If you did enjoy the video, you could give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all three. Just thank you for watching. I truly appreciate you guys, and I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.